Hi folks, welcome to this short video on the cell structure topic from Unit 1 of National 5 Biology. We're going to be looking at the 4 different cell types in this video, and we're going to be looking at the structures which are found in those 4 cell types. So we're going to kick off by looking at probably the more familiar cells for you, the animal and the plant cell. And we're going to kick off with the structure that probably most of you know, which is the nucleus. Okay, the nucleus. Now the nucleus is the part of the cell which controls all the cell's activity. Okay, it controls all the cell's activities. It contains DNA as well. It's where we store our DNA. Okay, so we have a nucleus in our animal and plant cell there. We also have these little structures here. Now these appear as little dots within the cell, but they can also sometimes appear on this trellis-like structure, okay, which is just outside the nucleus. And those little dots are called ribosomes. They are the site of protein synthesis. Next up, we've got these structures here, which are the mitochondria. Okay, and those are the site of aerobic respiration. That's where we create all of our ATP, that's our energy currency for our cells, generated in these mitochondria. And then lastly here, we have the cell membrane. And you're probably familiar with the cell membrane from your previous studies of cells. That is the structure which controls the entry and exit of certain substances into or out of the cell. And we'll learn more about the cell membrane in the second topic of National 5. In addition to these structures that the animal cell has, the plant cell has a few unique structures that we don't find in the animal cell. For example, here we have the chloroplast. Now, the chloroplast is the site of photosynthesis. That's the process by which the plant uses light energy to make its own sugar, to make its own food. Okay? We've also got a cell wall here on the outside of the plant cell. Okay? That provides structure and support for the cell. Okay? It helps it to keep its shape even when it gains a lot or loses a lot of water. And lastly, we have a vacuole. Okay, the vacuole is the part of the cell which helps to keep it turgid when it's got too much water, and it contains the cell's sap. Okay, so the vacuole plays an important role in plant cells. Now, in addition to animal and plant cells and the structures in those, for National 5 you also need to know about the bacterial and the fungal cell and the structures in those. Now, some of those are similar to the ones that we've already seen in the animal and plant cell, such as a cell wall. Okay, so the plant cell has a cell wall, but so does the bacterial and fungal cell. They both have cell walls too. The only difference is the plant cell wall is made of a substance called cellulose, whereas the bacterial and fungal cell are made of different substances. You don't need to know those names, but you just need to state that they are made of different substances, and the plant cell wall is made of cellulose. We also have our cell membrane here. So every cell has a cell membrane. Okay, that's an easy one to remember, hopefully. And remember, it's the inner of the two outside shapes around the cell is the cell membrane. On the bacterial cell, we have a couple of unique structures which we won't find in the other cell, such as the circular plasmid. Okay, the circular plasmid is part of the bacterial cell's DNA. Okay, it carries additional DNA for the cell. We also have a circular chromosome here. Okay, that's circular chromosome. And we have ribosomes in the bacterial cell too. Okay, we have ribosomes there because bacterial cells still have to produce proteins. Okay, circular chromosome, ribosomes and plasmid, cell membrane and cell wall. Apart from that, the bacterial cell lacks all of the membrane bound organelles that the other cells have, things like the nucleus and the mitochondria, etc. They are not present in the bacterial cell, and that's a common question to be asked: which structures are present or absent in each cell? So do know which ones belong to each cell. The fungal cell has a nucleus. Okay, that little black dot there. You'll note the bacterial cell does not have a nucleus. Okay, that's well worth remembering. We have ribosomes in our fungal cell. okay, to produce proteins, protein synthesis. We have a mighty mitochondria to help us with aerobic respiration. And we also have, in most types of fungal cells, we have a vacuole as well, okay, similar to the vacuole in the plant cell. So those are our 4 cells that we need to know for the National 5 exam. I hope that's useful, doing a run through of that. So the nucleus controls the cell's activities, the ribosome is the site of protein synthesis, the mitochondria is the site of aerobic respiration, cell membrane controls what enters and exits the cell, the chloroplast is the site of photosynthesis, the cell wall gives the cell structure and shape and support, the vacuole contains the cell sap and helps to keep the plant cell turgid, and the plasmid contains additional circular DNA within the bacterial cell. Okay, I hope that was helpful, folks, and a nice run through of the cell structure topic. Let me know if you enjoyed that, if you get any comments, or if you'd like to know about anything else, and I'll see you in the next video. Class dismissed.